The intro for like it was something about that music that just hit my spirit in a different way. I was like, man, this should be the intro. This, cause I want to come into this album like, come on, people, we here. Kanye did what he did with the sample, but he also had some ideas, and I had some ideas. I wanted an intro to the song, and that intro became this incredible musician by the name of Derek Hodge. I told him what B was about, and he just created that intro, like that boom, 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 boom. And then, yeah, it was like, man, we need somebody on keys that's going, so I reached out to James Poison, and he added all these other elements. I wrote the rap to it, and I remember at one point, some of the people from the label were like, y'all, you need to make that into a whole song. That's just such a beautiful. I was like, man, it is the way it is. It felt like art. It felt like we expressed ourselves in that artistic way.
Outside of music. So the fall off would have happened right then and there, no matter what. I don't know if you could have paired him with another producer and would have gotten the success and the sound that he got on this album.
Because it's a Chicago sound. They're rolling together on it. It was a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
I think that's the best Kanye produced album of all the non-Kanye albums on the Good Music label.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else want to argue with me with like a Pusha T album. It's not messing with that beat. That beat was perfect for Common. It was like,
yes,
it was almost crafted for his sound, the way he raps, and then he could be hungry on. I mean, like the song Testify, like, dude, like the way that he's like flowing within the, before you read my love, and he's flowing within it, and then like coming punching right back in, like,
And I mean, a song like The Food, where they debuted it on Chappelle's show.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you couldn't, because think about it like this. If he's not with Kanye, he probably doesn't end up on Chappelle. When Chappelle's show at the time was the hottest show on TV.
Yeah.
And you get to debut a song off your album on TV, and you with the hottest.
You got to remember, that was just a song at that time.
Exactly.
We didn't even know that was going to be an album.
Exactly.
That's the other thing, y'all.
Yeah, that was just a song that he performed on.
We thought it was a freestyle on the Chappelle show.
Exactly.
Because even the version we get on B is the version from the Chappelle show.
Precisely. The exact same thing. You get the introduction of Dave Chappelle introducing the song. Everything you heard that night on the Chappelle show was on the album. And so, like, nobody, again, you couldn't pay for that type of promotion. And again, at the time, the Chappelle show was the hottest thing on TV. So Common never makes it there without the strength of Kanye and, subsequently their partnership, and then moving forward with, good music and everything. But no, it was, I'm not going to say it would have been over for him had he not gotten with Kanye and made this album, but it would have been close to being over for him.
Whose career would he have had then? Like, I mean, I'm just trying to think of,
it's hard to say because here's the thing. Regardless of whether or not you like Common or not, he can rap.
Yeah, he raps.
He's an MC's MC. He's one of the few mainstream MCs that can actually still freestyle. He's never really been the one to have the big hit record, So some people don't look at him as high as they do others because they'll say, okay, well, you don't have no hits. I mean, The Light is probably say The Light is his biggest hit.
I'm gonna look it up just statistically.
Yeah, The Light. I
think it is though.
I think The Light probably is, his biggest hit. And I think, like I said, I don't know necessarily that.
Unless you want to Love of My Life, but that's his featured on that though. So I guess.
Yeah. So, and that was on a movie soundtrack too. So I mean, like, as far as his albums, so I don't know. It's hard to say who he would have been. I just don't think he would have been the Common that we know. Because if you don't make this album and have this sound and feel with Kanye, I don't know what happens with Common. Kanye,
The Light is his biggest song.
Okay, and Kanye's still taking off because Kanye's on Rockefeller. He's doing all of these things, and he's establishing himself as an MC and a super dope hip hop producer. So Kanye's still going to take off. Common, I don't think he makes it. I don't think he makes it. He probably, at the very least, he gets dropped from his label. At the very least.
Because well, I mean, I think he'd already because he moved over to Good Music.
Mm-hmm.
Was this on Good Music?
I don't think this was on Good. You can look it up. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm looking up now.
Music.
He was on Relativity, I know, for a long time.
Yeah, I don't think. I think the songs.
No, yeah, this is his first album on Good Music. Yeah,
it was okay.
So he left Relativity and went to Good. So they might have already dropped him.
So exactly. So he was.
Okay, so no, so Electric Circus was on MCA.
Okay,
I think MCA may have melded with Relativity. No, MCA, the Like Water for Chocolate was MCA too.
Okay.
So yeah, the first Relativity one is One Day All Makes Sense, and Resurrection is Relativity too.
And so MCA was, I don't even have to check the timeline. MCA was going through a whole bunch of things. Mm-hmm. So, you know, anytime you have a struggle with the label, anytime you have people or entities buying, merging together, yeah, your artist's gonna get lost in the shuffle. And he already wasn't a household name or anything like that. So
so he was dropped from Relativity after One Day It All Makes Sense.
Wow.
Literally they dropped him.
Wow.
Relativity did.
That's
and MCA
crazy.
picked them up for
the 2 albums.
Those 2 albums. Yep.
Okay.
And so they was probably believing, and then that Electric Circuit, and they was like, no, we're gonna drop you too.
Yeah.
And he probably was sitting there in no man's land, for a while.
Yeah.
Low key.
And so you go sign with Kanye and Kanye's the Good Music label isn't what we think it is now.
No, he's the first artist on there besides
he's the first
Kanye.
Artist on Good Music. I don't even know.
Kanye wasn't even on there because Kanye was on Def Jam / Rockefeller.
And it could be he was the only artist on Good Music at that particular time. Could be.
Let me see real quick.
Because I don't know if Push and
GLC. I forgot GLC was the first rapper he signed.
But that's
the original cast was GLC, Tony Williams, Common, Consequence, John Legend.
Okay, I'm thinking about Consequence. I think Consequence.
So that's the original Good Music roster in 04.
Yeah. So I mean, again, he still needed that push, to make it happen. And there was no guarantees whatsoever.
Yeah, so that's the original crew right there. But man, that's if you think about it, like you said, his career would have been effectively over because is he able to go get in the movie with what was the film with Queen Latifah in it?
Just Right.
Just Right. Like can he do that?
No,
if he's not B is not popping.
He's in one of those Master P movies.
Dang. So he's in I Got the Hookup too.
Yeah. Yeah. He's in I Got the Hookup 7. Dang. He doesn't make it to the main because he's the lead character in that movie with Queen Latifah. And he's playing basketball. So I mean, like,
that doesn't come out to 2010. So after B, his first big movie was Smoking Aces in 06, which makes sense.
Yeah,
he played the role of Alicia Keys.
Yeah, there's no way he makes it to Hollywood without any type of success because, as you just said, he would have, in essence, been dropped from 2 labels. So that whatever B was going to have to get him in another stratosphere, put him on another level, or at least put him back in the hearts and minds of the public.
And I'm going to flip you with this question. Did Common also help Good Music blow up as well?
I think so because
and no disrespect those other MCs on there, but I think Common being the first one coming out and him pushing him through made the whole label be looked at as, oh, he got Common back popping,
right? And you don't look at it. You won't look at Good Music as a homie rap label. You know what I'm saying? Like I got all my homies on, and we just over here just messing around. No, it was something that was legit. And so Common, just being the type of person that he is, the type of MC as he is, the same type of businessman that he is, legitimized that. Not to say that Kanye was running something that wasn't legit, but Kanye had his hand in a lot of different pots because at this point in time, he's the in-house producer for Rockefeller. he's still getting his solo stuff off the ground and he's taking off. And, he's also developing a label. So Kanye, it was to Common's benefit to, jump on the wings, if you will, of Kanye West.
Yeah, I mean, another MC that he saved from Chicago as well is Twista as well.
Oh,
I mean, even though he wasn't on good music, he put him on slow jams, and I believe he's got like 3 or 4 of the joints on his comeback album. What was the name of that album? I think it was called. It wasn't Adrenaline Rush 2. It was Kamikaze.
Yep, that was a good album too.
Really that's a good album. So you got to think he's got Overnight Celebrity on there, which was a crazy song.
Yeah. I think So Sexy was on there too. I think
So Sexy's on there. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
You got the joint that was on the movie Hope. Joint with Faith Evans.
Okay.
Is on here too. He had some joints on here, but and then he put slow jams on here. He wasn't going to not take a chance to throw that on here on his album.
Got to. And I mean, like you said, to your point, it all turned around for Common at that point, because he gets into Hollywood. Now he's doing movies, he's acting, and he wins an Oscar and all. I mean, like all kind of stuff. Everything is, and he still continued to make music going forward, but he's at a place now where he doesn't have to.
Yeah, and it's frustrating because Kanye literally. He was Anakin Skywalker. He is Anakin Skywalker in many ways, because he did bring balance to the Force. That period, people understand, there was even though we were kind of caught in a bad flux there in the early 2000s, because I mean, hate it or love it, you had the Ja Rule 50 style stuff going on. Right. We had a little bit of the I'm trying to think what it was, a little bit of the snap music in there. And Kanye gave you another thing and there was nothing wrong with those styles of music. It's just, it was a balance of like, all these can be on a commercial level.
Yep. And
he was able to push that through because of his popularity and the way people were, looking at him. And then we got him now, whereas it's like,
well, I mean, yeah. And to your point, like, because he wasn't gangster, and he was definitely, he wasn't alternative, but he was an alternative to what we were hearing from 50 and, like you said, Ja Rule and singing on the hooks and all kind of stuff like that. But he was making some dope music. He had these chopped up samples, and he was way ahead of his time as far as production, as far as how he sounded, because he didn't sound like Timbaland. He didn't sound like Swiss. He didn't sound like Dre. He had his own unique style. And again, he got his start as the in-house producer for Rockefeller. So you was always going to get a beat from Kanye on a Jay-Z tape, or a Freeway tape, or whomever, or Beanie Siegel. And so he was riding high. And then, he like you said, now, I mean, that's a whole, what he's doing now is just that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah. And it's the funny thing with this is, even for Chicago.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the Game never leaves G-Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J.O.O.D and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Ifs, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what-could-have-beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Ifs.